live. Hopefully it will come through. It's come through. I do want to check some things across because I'm doing something different this time. Scheduled for now. Vertical, good. On TikTok we should be there. I'm trying something new and actually doing vertical streaming through OBS, which is something I've not done before. Hopefully, yeah, it's all golden. That's quite nice to see. I should be able to see the chats. We'll do it like that. Do it like that. And then if I pull up the last thing I need, which is that. There we go. That's working. I'm impressed. All right, so we are going to continue our development. Oh, I've forgotten something. The camera's working now. Yeah. So today we're going to continue our development of our ROM hack, as you can see above us. So within there we've got so this area is actually not fully showing up on the screen. There we go, that's better. So we want to delve a bit further in with the 4th gym onwards area. So for those who've been keeping track, obviously you got the 4th area here, which of course connects to the 4th gym up the top there. We want to try and fill up this part up here, actually not connectable, so this area here. It's 10:48 here. I'm assuming you mean AM or PM, so I won't be long. Well, it's nice to see you here for a little bit, Norman, because it's caught 10 PM. It's like, so you must be Australian based, I'm guessing, because it's about 10 to 3 in the afternoon here. So it's not too late for us, but it's nice to have you here. If you've got any ideas or stuff or things, you just want to see the progress we've got, well, it's good. Or you just leave us on to hopefully quietly rock you to sleep. I've not been doing much this week. I've been doing a load of bug fixes and stuff based off of feedback, just because I've not had much time. I had a bit of a rough week and busy week, but I do want to build up here. This area up here is going to be our daycare. Southeast Asia. Oh, cool. I always find it amazing how wide my reach has become, especially from doing the Pokemon. It's like, it started off, most of my viewers are sort of high German, English, and American. But I love seeing people from sort of like all over other places. I think it's just an amazing thing. So up here, yes, we're going to have the daycare. So we're going to have, what I'm planning on doing is we're going to have sort of the water come up and create a bit of a lake, maybe something that looks less phallic. So we're going to have our sort of lake. I keep drawing a phallus, some sort kind of lake or whatever. Over here to this side, we're going to have our daycare center. And to this side, maybe some grass and stuff. So once you get surf, you can come over here and do some cool stuff. The mountain's sort of going to loop around above it, so it's going to be kind of a bowl, I'm thinking. So let's try and draw the shape. But how's your day been anyway? I'm guessing because it's late over where you are. Have you had a good Saturday? Good, I'm assuming, day off work or school. Nice time. I've just got back from had to do all of my adult stuff for the day. Brandon, Lurch, thank you for the likes, bud. Welcome on in. I've obviously had to do all the adult stuff today, so I've had to go shopping, buy everything for the week. I then took my wife for a walk. Lovely pond to walk around. That was quite nice. And then she's given me permission for the first time in a while. I am going to try and get back to more consistent streaming because I like it. It's a good chance for me to do some of the more simple pieces. And then I can focus on the more technical pieces. Plus, it's a good chance for me to get a load of time to really sit down and develop. Because normally I don't get a lot of time to hash out a load of code. I say code. I try not to do too much code on the streams for obvious reasons, because I don't think it's the most exciting. When will it be released? Are you talking about the full version or playable versions? Because I do release a the latest demo every week. Thanks for the rosebud, appreciate it. I release a latest demo every week. Every week, so I try to do it over the weekend. So we did release on Monday, version 9, and that obviously will be full of bugs and stuff. So feedback is greatly appreciated. In terms of a fully playable version, that I can't say because it depends. It depends on a lot of things. I'm gonna have to get to get the full playable version. I'm expecting it to be done end of this year. At least my goal is to get it done for the end of this year. If I don't, I'm sorry, but there's so much to do. I barely got past the 4th gym at this point in time, and we still got loads more to do. Is it going to be every gym? Every gen or just Gen 3? All gens are in the game. If I go into Wild Pokemon and add Watermons, we can see Terrapagos. You can see we've got Stellar Terrapagos. You can't see that. Brilliant. But yeah, Stellar. All the modern Pokemon are in the game, so yes, you'll be able to get everything through. Depending what actual Pokemon are going to be in the game, I don't know yet. We still have to work that out, but I'm aiming to get as many in as possible. At least in the main game, you're going to get a subset of them, but once we expand fully to all of the islands and stuff, most of the Pokemon, if not all, will be in. If your personality was a Pokemon, what would it be and why? Oh my lord. I don't know. Something annoying and mischievous, because my friends say I'm very annoying and frustrating to deal with. They always gang up on me in games and stuff. Oh, 2 seconds, everybody. I've just got a phone call and I'm worried it's something major. Let me just turn everything off. Sorry about that, everyone. I am back. My auntie was just phoning me. I had to deal with that. It was nothing too important. Hey, Pog. Sorry, I had a phone call I had to deal with. So if I'm trying to think what Pokemon I would be. It's one of those dark types, isn't it? And those nuisances, like Scrafty or something, but maybe not one of the violent ones. Not 100% sure. Brandon, thanks for the follow, but sorry for all of that. The name of this game is going to be Pokemon Triver, because that's the name of the region. I think keep it easy in terms of story, because there isn't really a story. So I thought I don't want to deal with. I'm not a good writer, so if I try and write a story and name it based on that, it's basically it's going to be crap. So I want to focus more on gameplay and making the game fun and enjoyable to go for. So that's why I'm just naming it after the region. But one thing I do want to do, and hopefully it'll be quite cool, is when this is finished, I'm going to make all the maps and stuff, everything open source. So if you guys want to get into your own ROM hacking, you can take the code which I've worked on, and you can add your own story, or you can hack this version of Emerald to put all your own things into it. So because I see a lot of people complain that all we're seeing at the moment in most ROM hack circles is the same sort of. You're seeing Emerald redone over and over again, or you're seeing just like quality of life versions of of Kanto, and that is because we already have all the code there. It's so easy for us to pick up and start working on it without much heavy thought. So if I can release this as as the full code for you guys to do it, we can at least see a bit of variety. People can do quality of life, bad fixes, and do all that stuff into a new region. That's sort of my plan. You want to be a Scrafty, you could be Haunter from... I could be a Haunter from the anime. See, I've never really watched the animes. I didn't enjoy them so much when I was a child. I saw a few of the episodes, but I tended to watch Digimon a bit more. And I didn't really watch much TV when I was young. So, yeah, I barely know much about the anime. I did read the Pokemon Adventures manga. That was really good. It was brutal, but I had some like Pokemon book when I was young, and that had like the first chapter in it. Oh, I've used the wrong tile. There it is. Pokemon Driver Kaiser might say. So this is one thing I'm thinking about doing. Is once the game's released, I am tempted to make not a Kaizo, but maybe a Kaizo, like a hard version of it. Because I know someone was had a great idea for. Let me go down to. Obsidian Thicket. Great idea for... No, that's an area we don't exist yet. For here. So obviously you've got the gauntlet. So what we could do is throw this down. So once you enter the gauntlet, there's like no way out. You have to beat all the trainers to go through. And what we can say is like... And if you white out, you can throw in a trigger point up the top. So that it resets every time, so you have to do them all in one. And stuff like that, like all gyms would not only be tougher with 6 Pokemon and a wider, more intelligent moveset and better AI, they would have, in the hard mode, you would have to beat every trainer. And if you don't beat all the trainers, in like it's a gauntlet, so if you don't beat them all in one go, you get sent back. And all this thing, so that's something I want to do. An evil metal team run by the champion could be good. What do you mean by metal team? Like the music or... something else. So playable demos, are they up to Neil? What you've done, or just a little bit from that? Playable demo is everything right now. I released it on Monday. It is 9.1, so there's a couple of bug fixes. But yeah, everything you see, except this map, all of this, all the way up to the quarry, everything is in the playable demo. And I always release the latest one with everything you see in the videos. The videos sometimes run a bit ahead, but the playable demo should always have 95% of what you've seen in the videos and what you see on streams in there, because I want to use it as a chance to get feedback, as a chance for me to get bug fixes, because for me to go through everything it's quite hard, but I know some of you guys are got great keen eyes and stuff, so getting a bit of help, it does make it easier for me. It means I can focus more on the code and other stuff. I haven't seen enough ROM hacks have got silver and gold. There is a lot more coming. So it all comes down to what tools are available. Gen 3 has had great tooling since I was like 13. So I've been doing Emerald hacking and Fire Red hacking since I was quite young. So yeah, since I was like a teenager. But I think there are tools growing for the Gen 2. But what we've got right now, which is amazing, is the decomp. So what you're saying is decompiled, which is sort of everything written into like breakdown of code, so you can change things much easier. They are working on decompiled of the other versions of the games, and when they start getting released and stuff, things are going to come out like much quicker, much cooler, instead of having to deal with binary hacking, which is realistic. Without going into too much technical detail, it's a ball ache because you're playing with like hex values and all this absolutely in frustrating things. Hopefully, yes. I think the scene is growing for like Gen, and I know Gen 4 and Gen 5, those tools are getting quite mature. So there's going to be a lot more of that sort of stuff coming out. But for the moment, I stick to Gen 3 because I like the style of it, and because it's decompiled, it makes things easier. But I just love the way it is designed. I like mainly because I grew up with it. It was one. Obviously, I haven't played all of them, but it was good. What typing is the evil team? There is not going to be an evil team. I'm not a good writer. I can't write stories, so I'm not doing like an evil team taking over the world. It's more you come into the world, you take on the gyms, you explore. You're driven by wanting to get all the gyms, to take on challenges and find Pokemon. Having some gym trainers trying to take over the world is not something I'm going to be able to write without it seeming horrific and cheesy. So I'm just skipping it. Looking good. Where can I follow? You can follow here. You can follow on TikTok. But you're on TikTok. You can follow on YouTube. I do longer form videos on YouTube, and we're going to do more where I really go into a bit more of the depth of what we're making and why we're doing it. We've got Twitch, which I never use at the moment, but hopefully I will more in the future. We've got you can find us pretty much everywhere. So yeah, find a location, follow us on that. And yeah, we'll be about it. I'm just going to change this because I think I'm going to make it grassy because it just looks a bit better on the above. And what I'm going to do is add the connection on the top. I think it's called Route 7 Daycare. We put that up. There we go. Is that right? Oh, that is right. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's that. Now that fixes that. Blue, thanks for the follow. Using Hexmate. I'm not using Hexmate. I'm using Maps because this is a decompiled ROM hack. So you can see how it looks like that instead of what you get in Hexmaniac. Hexmaniac I've played around with. Well, I haven't played around with it. I want to play around with it more. I'm not the biggest fan of it. So just that sort of style of coding. I've done it in the past. It frustrated me. It annoyed the hell out of me. So I've gone into this route instead because I get more control. And as I am a developer, my day-to-day life, I find it quite easy to pick up and start using. Yeah. So for now, we're using Maps and decompiled. If you're interested in learning, I do have some guides on our YouTube for doing it. So you want to pick up and learn yourself, you can. Hopefully quite easily. I think back-to-back gym fights would be cool, like 7 Pokemon split between 2 fights. Oh, so you mean like you battle one? So there's like brother and sister, or 2 sisters, like siblings, and you battle one of them, you battle the other one, so they've got more than 6 Pokemon. That would be quite good. Maybe for like this 8th gym, instead of it being just like bug type or fire type, it could be like a themed of multiple types. What's the name of the name of the ROM? Is Pokemon Shriver, although you can't find it anywhere yet. There's not much time. I think you should make a longer game with higher level scaling instead. Yes, that is the plan. If we go into the code, there's my code, and we go into level caps. So these are the current level caps. So obviously you can only get 4 gyms so far. So by the 5th gym, or by the 4th gym, level cap for the gym is 38. I've only put it to 40 for the time being because there's a lot to do, and I don't want you guys. I don't want to put it like too low, too high. But all the post gym 4 stuff is around level 40 at the moment. But we're looking at easily so in the normal game, the champion is like level 60, level 46 for the 8th gym. We're well above that. I mean, by gym 3, you're already at the same level of gym 6. So we got much higher. There's much more to do. And bear in mind the post game. So gym the champion will be around level 80. 70 to 80, I'm thinking. Then you've got post-game areas, you've got the Champions Guild, some really tough challenges there. Then you've got to find legendaries, like the plan I've got for Arceus is going to be like level 125. He's going to be an absolute beast. And you can't just catch him in Master Ball, you have to beat him to then have a chance to catch him. kind of what happens when you try to trigger. Oh, I see. Yes, yes. So you got a double battle. I don't know if double battles allow more than 3, but we could have a back-to-back. Oh, you back-to-back sort of fight. Yeah. How are you able to edit the game? So I use decompiled Emerald. So this program I'm using is called Pori Maps, and you throw in the ROM hack, and you can just start coding. So we go into the main towns and routes. Like we can see here, you've got Falabor Town, and on the side, which you can't see, just to my right, my left, yeah, because I'm mirrored. I've got all of the tiles. It's a tile-based game, so you can draw the tile on. So if I want to add a house in, I just pop in a house. If I want to put a rock here, I can put a rock here. You then have your events here, so you've got this girl here. I'm not going to show you the one, but I use what's called Pori Script. So we go to a town with something going on because I still need to evolve more. So here's our thug town. I think it's called Fall Harbour. So here's Fall Harbour. You've got the event here. So we go into our event scripts. I then code it like this. So this here is for the Pukemon cleanup. You go into the code, you can see I still need to do a lot of sprite work, but I've got that, and then I write this code behind it. So whenever you interact with that sprite, it runs this line of code. It may look a lot, but it's very simple. You've got a message box, which puts the text on the screen. Phase the screen, it's going to turn to black, make a sound, set a flag. Flag is a memory point, so that it's just in the memory. You need it so you know when you're coming back. Like you don't want to go do a gym and then do the gym again and go back to the trainer and they're trying to fight you again. That's just bad design. So when you beat the gym, when you beat the gym leader, it will turn up and be like, oh, actually, we've beaten it. So you use flags for that. I want to remove that object, come back, give you an item, and I call this script. This script is basically saying. This script is just sort of saying how many Pukemon have been beaten. Because the more you beat in, the more rewards you've got. Again, it's just another memory point to do that. But I'll try. If you want more interested, I've got guides. I'm going to write more guides based on what you guys asked for in the on YouTube, and I'll try and put some on TikTok or wherever you guys want to see it. But if you have things you want to know, I'm happy to walk through. I'd had hidden items in some places. I see it's like leftover stuff. Yeah, that's something I want to do. Victor, thanks for the follow. I want to make sure there's a lot of hidden items. There's a few, like a lot of things. So this is a black sludge. I have actually leftovers. But yeah, so there's this S. This S is a hidden item. So this is a great ball we can get in the first route. So I've tried to sprinkle them around, and I'm trying to not just do Pokeballs and potions, but actually like decent held items, because the better items I can give you, the more I can upgrade the difficulty of the game. So if you're playing it and you're finding like there's certain things you're feeling like are missing, and like the game is too hard because you want a certain item, suggest it. If there's a certain berry you think would be good, throw it in. I'll try and do it. Good way to examples: run and bun, Taint Lizard, but ways I've not done run and bun yet. I've avoided the really hard ones. The guys I originally started streaming with, we're talking about coming back and doing more Pokemon streams. We're talking about doing the ultimate Pokemon Nuzlocke, where we're going to do every region in one run. So you do four badges for each region, and then you do each of the next badges based on their level cap. And you once you've got to go all the way back, which is going to be hell because they are hard Pokemon Mo. Can we add the Goat Krabby as a starter? Yes and no. If you haven't seen yet, we have 9 starter Pokemon. Well, currently there are 8 starter Pokemon. So we've got the Gen 3 starters, the Gen 2 starters, Partner Pikachu and Partner Eevee. The 9th slot is going to be a randomized slot. So I'm going to create a list of about 30-40 Pokemon that could randomly go into that slot. Stuff like Shinx, Rolts. We could add Krabby into there. So we could do that. Because I never bother with codes and programming like this, but this is interesting. Thanks. It's like, no worries, Victor. It's really easy to do. You don't have to have a big understanding of coding to do like the basic stuff. Obviously, the more advanced things when you're working on some of the engine stuff. So when you're adding new abilities in, new items, you want a better understanding of like C++ for that. But just doing events, like taking a map, adding a trainer battle, adding in message boxes. That is so simple. Like, you can do all of that without having to learn how to code outside of PoriScript, the language which you'll see me coding in. I do think you keep it nice and simple, nice and easy, and that makes things better. I'm trying to remember what the daycare looks like, so I'm going to nick the daycare from route. Oh, we got a load of awkwardness here. It's route 112. No, it's route 121. Anyone remember what route the daycare's on? Route 4, 5, 6, 8. Oh, 16, 17. There it is. Oh, it's just a house. How annoying. What if you get an ancient key to Pokemon like Ancient City, Pseudo, an ancient Pokemon, and a Dragon Gym? I don't want to do a Dragon Gym. But ancient key. I know it's west of Moorville, but Moorville isn't in my game, so I can't go to Moorville because it doesn't exist. So, because I've overwritten it as Fall Harbour, so you can look here. It connects to here, but I need to know the number to actually click on it. What was it? 100. Oh, I've lost it. 108. 117. So we could do. Hey, go Sue. So ancient key. So pseudos I want to be hidden, but I like the idea of an ancient key in an ancient area. Some ancient Pokemon. Nair, thanks for the follow. Sorry. Get him in. I'll be first to play. Sounds like awesome game of playing. Thanks, Nev. I don't think you actually catch Krabby at the moment. Maybe that's something I need to work on. Get Krabby somewhere. I'm actually going to nick the whole design of the daycare. We're going to make it feel more mountainous for the area we're in. It's quite a lot of. It takes quite a lot of space up. We're going to do that, and then we're going to build the water into it, because there's no reason we can't have the water go into the area, because it's still going to be inaccessible. I'm going to bring that down to here, something like that. Yeah, something like that. We'll see. Krabby is underrated. I don't think Krabby is underrated, because Krabby has an absolute monstrous attack stat. Krabby and Kingler are so good. And I'm going to add Mega Kingler in this game as Gigantamax. So I'm not the biggest fan of the Dynamax system. Oh, bloody hell. Why are you messaging me now? I told you I was streaming. I'm not the biggest fan of the Dynamax system. But I think it'd be kind of cool to add them in like they have in Radical Red as Mega Pokemon. So you get this, so you can still sort of use them, and they're already in the game. Like, all of that artwork would be a shame to make a good use. And I know some people like the designs and stuff, so I do think I'm going to go that sort of route. I haven't done it yet. I think that you can only get access to like one Mega Pokemon at the moment, and that is Steelix. You can't even Mega Evolve because I haven't added in the. So not coming up very soon is going to be somewhere called the Mega Mansion. In the Mega Mansion, I don't know if you guys have watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. Maybe not so much the anime, but definitely the card game lately. But yeah, in there you can you can take on all these trainers, get stars, and take on to get your Mega Stone. So I'm working on doing something like that. Should hopefully make it nice and easy to. So that'll be in the probably next few months. So you'll get access. I'm not sure what megas you're going to get access to early on though. Maybe it's through Theme Gym, and then the gym leader named Leon and Noel, because Noel Leon is back. No, yeah, probably sounds very Christmassy. So yeah, if they're lucky enough to get strong Pokemon using the randomizer, but it's going to be limited, so they're not going to guarantee like strong Pokemon. I might do a completely unhinged version, so like maybe use like full randomizer. It's not too hard to code. So we're gonna decorate this bit up a bit so that Actually feels like there's some life there. I want to throw in a bit of rock. Let's put smart paths on so we can actually see that. There we go. That seems reasonable. We're getting there. I did not have any real designs for this. I just know I wanted a daycare here because a lot of people have been asking for shiny Pokemon in the game. And I like the idea of there being a higher number of shiny Pokemon around the daycare because you've got people who are, hatching, making lots of eggs, hatching them, and then releasing them because they're not got the right IVs or because they're, coming here to try and get them. So, yeah, you'll find a lot of trainers around this place with shiny Pokemon. Whereas a lot of the other games, there are going to be some shiny Pokemon. But not. I don't want to add too many shiny trainers. Maybe for certain special people. I have just added in. I've not done the code for it yet, but we have got a shiny Hoppip because one of our earlier viewers played the game, and within like the first week of me releasing the first demo, they caught a shiny Hoppip, which was awesome. So yeah, you're going to be able to get that in the game. So I'm just tidy this up. And what do you guys think of that? We can extend that. What do we think of that as our little daycare? What map it is? This map is Pori Maps, and I am on Twitch. I don't stream very often on Twitch. I'm currently using Restream, so I can only stream on 2 places, and I'm choosing YouTube and TikTok because they're my most growth at the moment. I'm trying to get partnered on YouTube, so I'm trying to get the numbers up on there. I'm already affiliate on affiliate on Twitch, but maybe I just haven't streamed on there. And I'm just paying to start again. Emery, thanks for the follow. Can you add a small little road ran by a group of bikers? We can add a bikers route. Where would we put it? Not a fan either. Pokemon's just running out of days and it's pissing me off. What type of game is going to be? Big exploration based game. My favourite Pokemon games are Gen 3, Gen 4, where the basis of the games are exploration. Coming to Route 130 odd. This was amazing because as a child I would go through multiple times to find all the different routes, and then and then eventually I got to here, went underwater, and I ended up finding the Reggies and doing all the Braille, and that was great. Trying to find Bagon. Like my mate goes, "Oh, have you got a Salamence?" Yes, I don't know where to find it. He goes, "Oh, you got to go into this cave. You got to use Waterfall and go all the way here." And sharing this information is what made Pokemon so cool. Not nowadays where Legendary is just thrown in front of you. Working together or just trying to solve it and exploring through caves and changing my bike around. So obviously changing bikes and using HMs is a pain. But exploring a world that grows with you based on the items you get and the movement ideas you get is great. And that's why they really missed the mark in Scarlet and Violet. They get this big vibrant world and nothing to do in it. There was no reason to go exploring, which is just a massive disappointment. So instead we create, that's what I'm going to create. There's going to be big caves for you to explore, dungeons. You can go off branching paths. As you dive to the end of the path, you'll find maybe a secret or legendary or pseudo legendary or really useful item or TM. You've got your main route of doing your gym. So I want to make it fun for Nuzlockers, fun for the casual player. So it shouldn't be too hard. And then also a decent, so people want 100% and do lots. There'll be lots to do. And maybe also somewhat accessible for people who want to do a speed run. So you can go quick and maybe make your choices. So a lot of the routes have, do you go this way or that way, or do you want to take on this tough fight to get a good item, but actually is it worth it? So that's sort of what I'm aiming to be. There will not be a standard battle. I could just put the battle facility in, but there's better games for that. I'm actually bastardizing the battle facility to use its code to make sort of different versions. So in the school, we can take part in the school tournament. That's the Battle Dome. And I'm going to utilize it again at a higher level for the Champions Tournament. So there's going to be post-game things with challenging things, but not the Battle Tournament, not Battle Frontier, Battle Facility. You can just use that as is. But we're going to have our own sort of versions or spins on these challenging things. Luffy to go. Thanks for follow, bud. How long does it take to build a ROM hack like this? Months. Each map takes me, when I'm not streaming, easily an hour or so. based on the code, and it takes months and months and months to do. I'm week 9 in this version, and this version was mostly copying off an older game I'd been working on. So yeah, there's a lot to do, and it's not an easy job. You can't, depending on if you're doing a full game like I am, which is from scratch, complete custom region, you expect it's going to take you a long time based on how much time you can do it. Because I've got a full-time job, I'm only able to put in like an hour a day. If I was able to do this full-time, like 8 hours a day, I could probably get it done probably by summer. But I can't do it 8 hours a day. So yeah. It depends on how much time you get and how good you are as a coder. I've got to often learn a lot of things, learning different parts of the code base. So that slows me down a lot of the time. Trying to get a bit of life into this area so it looks a bit less dead. Although I'm actually quite like this side, how it's coming along. No worries, Pod, can see you there. Ruins of Treasure Tried. Not sure what you mean there, normal. Kitsune, I recently came across your content, really like it. God bless you. From Belgian. It's good I came across your cards because of a friend saying. Exactly. Like in the Vision Ruby and Sapphire, you didn't just get given Rayquaza, like you did the Groudon fight, and that was kind of cool, or Kyogre fight, but Rayquaza you had to go out your way to do, and that is amazing. There are going to be no legendaries in this game which you can happen across. You're not, like, the story will not base it, well, is that sorry, but there is, you have to hunt off the path to find them, and a lot of them will be tied to mysteries and quests. I want legendaries to feel legendary, mythicals to feel cool and mythical. Avid to the last back, thanks for the follow. So I'm trying to catch up. Jordan, Moody, and Epic Face, thanks for the follow. How you doing? I think that's what Gen 6 onwards with poorly exploration. Yeah, I can't say much about Gen 5. I did play it, but I really want to get into it. And yeah, Gen 6 was just Gen 6 XY. I liked it. That was the first time I got into competitive a bit better, but it was very linear. You go off a path, you get a TM, and you come back onto the path. There was no reason to go off the beaten track. There was no Pokemon hidden out. You didn't have to dive into this thing to find, like, everywhere it was where you had to go, and it's just a bit disappointing. Add some Latinas. If you send me the sprites, I will add them in. Hey Shane, how you doing, bud? Make it easy to get. What do you mean by easy to get? Because starters are all kind of hidden. I have this concept of, there's these hidden grottos. So there's one for Rowlet, one for Charmander, one for Squirtle. If you can, some of them are hidden. Some of them are easy to get to. But the starters, this is how you access them. So for this one, you have to do something, and then you can gain access to Squirtle. For Charmander, he's hidden behind a certain trainer. You got to activate. Rowlet, you just got to get cut. For Totodile, you just have to have Surf. So they're not easy to get to, but they have got a bit of their own thing. And also, you saw the cave entrance in the Squirtle one and the Charmander one. That will lead to the Mega Stones, which I need to start working on. Ruins of Treasure was a good idea. Sorry, Ruins of Treasure in Gen 9. The problem with them is you saw these things, you had no idea what they did, and then you picked them all up in the area, and then just a Pokemon opened up in a doorway. There's like a bit. It just seemed a bit lackluster. I am doing something similar. So I can't comment, but let's take, for example, let's go to Mahogany Hills. So you guys may recognize this. This is where, is it Woshien, the snail is? So this is where you'll find Woshien. Obviously, you'll go into a cave and you'll go to the end of it. It'll be quite a high level cave. To access it, you've got to find the 4 hidden buttons. So right here, this is one of them. There's 4 of them hidden around. You open all 4, you can open that cave. Same the desert. You find the 4 buttons in the desert, and you'll take on the big horse thing that should be from Shadow of Colossus. I say horse, it's not a horse. I don't know where the other 2 are, but yeah, I'm looking at something similar for those. I want a Pokemon game where every NPC is a trainer and you have to battle all of them. That would be I mean, you could make that. That's not too hard to do. It will just take time. Scripting part of the ROM hack. It's not hard. It's just time consuming. It just takes a bit more time than the rest of it because you've got like doing something small is actually quite a lot. I've just realised I don't actually have to recode the daycare, do I? Yeah. Daycare, Pokemon daycare, and then we just go route 7. Oh, I'll just search daycare, and we now have daycare. What we don't have is our man with the eggs, so we're going to go to Route 117. We're going to take him, and we're going to copy him and put him somewhere accurate. There we go. We now have a daycare, a fully working daycare, which you'll be able to take part in the latest version. What if you add baby Pokemon in this route? That's a good idea. Yes. Let's add some baby Pokemon. We got any? I think. Let's add a Pichu. Let's add a Womp. No, we've already got Spiky Pichu. Let's add a Riolu. I don't want to add all of them, but I want to add a good number of them. Let's have Clefairy. Not as like the super commons, but I think them all at about 5% would be good. Why is there tiles on the screen? Because it's a tile-based game. I know, annoying you can't see it at the moment, guys, and I'm sorry. Give me a second. Let me find my OBS. There we go. You guys can see that for the time being. You messed up with a bit of the map building. Kudos around a bit of the map. Bye. A lot of it's hard to see when I'm at a high level. But yeah. Make a route full of Wobbuffets, Dugtrios, Golems with self-destruct and make sure anyone trying to Nuzlocke suffers. I kind of like that. But at the same time, I don't. I don't want this to be a frustrating game. I've already added some trainers in, which are kind of like surprise Nuzlocke killers with self-destructs. So, is this video, is it Emerald ROM Hack I saw a video on? Yes, it is, Josh. There are videos for this all over places. I hope you've seen them before. Hopefully, more and more people have seen them, even if I am crap at doing videos. Can you make it fun in this? What do you mean by making it fun? Make a random. I don't know what a random is. I always want to be able to have almost any start in the show. Not everyone the normal 3. So you can get other starters. Every starter will be available in the game. You'll get a choice of a decent number from the start, but not. But they will be found in the wild. It's not like you have to do trades and stuff because you can do trades in this game, but it'll be difficult. NS and Shadow, thanks for follow. This is not RPG Maker. This is Pori Maps. This is a ROM hack, not a fan game. You should make access to that little pond area with a little cave. Oh, you mean actually being able to access the daycare? Oh, what I'm thinking of doing, what we could do is you could actually go out the back and go around here. But the problem is you'd be seeing wild Pokemon, and that would be basically taking wild Pokemon, which seems a bit odd. But I could add some, when I get some sprites, we could add some Pokemon which you could like talk to and chat to. It could be quite cute. There we go. Talking about exploration, Scarlet, yeah. Honey, the Elekid escaped again. Do we want Elekid? How do we evolve Elekid? Elekid, yeah, why not? Elekid, Magby, and Smoochum. I think they're fine to have at this point in the game. I'm going to have them at level 5. I need to make... there are going to be custom items for Elekid, or not custom items, but custom uses. So something I really loved from the other ROM hack I worked on is... I don't like the light ball. So the light ball you work specifically for Pikachu, and like Lucky Punch works specifically for Chansey. I like the idea of like Electrolyzer to work on Elekid or Electabuzz. So you can have the choice of keeping it as Electabuzz, and giving it an electrolyzer, or you can evolve it into things. So it gives it a bit of variety. So what Electrozide will do is make Electabuzz's punching moves priority, which I think we're quite good on. Trying to come up with something protective for Rhydon, and it makes it like you can choose of using Eviolite, you can choose to evolve it, and it gives a bit of variety of what you have. What's going on here? I'm making a Pokemon game. That's what's going on here. It's Pichu, Cleffa. He's a temper Igglybuff. Let's put Togepi in. I'm going to put a high chance for... What's the one in the Nappy that evolves into that big thing? I'm just search baby Pokemon. Ooh, 1% chance of that powerful one. So we've got Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Togepi, Tyrogue. Configure Jason. So this do it for everything, so I put that to 10. Oh, I just want to check something quickly, guys. Bugger. Okay, so I can't change encounters rates for a single place. Okay, so we'll make Pichu common. We're going to make Cleffa common because they're available elsewhere. We're going to make Tyrogue. We're not going to add Tyrogue because there's a whole mission around Tyrogue. Azurill over Cleffa because Azurill is kind of rubbish. Why not? Why not as a really low percentage? Yeah, why not? Budu, Chingling is available. Right, I'm going to take out the ones that are available elsewhere, maybe. Budu, Mime Jr. Happy. Oh god, there's so many baby Pokemon. When did that happen? Munchlax can be a low encounter rate. Those three, Riolu, Budu, Cleffa. Be replaced with Happiny. Because you can get a lot of these early on. Yeah. Right. And Mime Jr. Happiny instead of Why Not. And that could be Why Not there. Okay. There we go. We can now get every... Oh wait, no, I missed one. Which was Toxel. Togepi, Budu over Pichu, and Toxel can go there. There we go. You can now get every baby Pokemon. Sorted. Nice and easy. Tyrogue is tied to a whole quest line with the hidden... whatchamacallit? It's the hidden black belts. So there's dojos hidden all over the place. Right, let me fix this. We got it back in the middle. There we go. Okay. Would there be any mini games? What do you mean by mini games? Possibly, but they're going to be hard to code. My focus is more on the general gameplay than additional mini games, but might look at it. My brother to ask, what if you change Pokemon's type and with that its looks? So you mean make regional forms? There are going to be new typings for certain Pokemon. So the Johto starters will have the standard, water, dark, fire, ground, fairy, grass. So there is going to be some changing. We're also introducing crystal type Pokemon. So there's going to be a new type and stuff. So yeah, they're somewhat in. I know starters are probably set in stone, but I'm kind of tired of seeing Hone starters. Kind of want to see. Hone starters are not set in stone. They were just there as a default. I'm actually going to remove them. But we can do something more around Unova if we want. I chose Johto because they're very underutilized in a lot of games. What's the trainer type? I don't know what you mean by trainer type. Zorora, Snubble. Snubble's not a baby Pokemon. Zorora I want to do something cool with. Tiger would count, but yeah, I've got a whole thing. Software. This is Porymaps. This is Porymaps. It's used in Pokemon Emerald Decomp to make all your maps. It's amazing. This area needs a cozy hermit dragon trainer old man. Okay. Let me just do one thing first. I want to make a time lapse so I can make a video of this. Put this video onto... put it onto a video tomorrow. That didn't even do it, did it? I did work. Okay, so we've got the time lapse. We can make a dragon trainer. That's really easy to make. So we want an old dragon trainer man. Okay, so let's make a new object. Let's make him an old man. let's make him an expert. And let him just like looking up over the water. How about that? And then we're going to give him some code. What trainers? What Pokemon should this guy have, Shaggy? How many gym leaders do you have, and what are they typing right now? We have 4 gym leaders: flying, water, poison, ghost. Next one haven't worked on yet, but we keep going. We're working it. What about Magnet type Shiny Hunter, who always competes with a shiny Pokemon? I'm going to put one of those. Yeah, we can put one of those in here as well. We could put quite a few trainers around here doing that breeding nonsense. That's quite a cool idea. Hey, gyms about being taught already in. We have items. You have a pickaxe and a hand axe. Hand axe used for cut. Pickaxe used for rock smash. I haven't added any others. We haven't needed any others yet. But yes, we've already done that. Is this authorized official game? No, it's not. I'm not getting paid by this. This is why this is free. It will be patch. It's definitely not allowed. If they want to pay me to make it, go for it. I would do so much if I could do this full time. Route 7 daycare trainer battle. Let's do some scripting. Dragon Tamer. Okay, trainer battle single. So we have a single trainer battle, and we're going to have a message box at the end. 2-3 games side. That's a emulator thing. You just do it in any emulator you've got. Could we get a randomized option, not say full players? I can look at doing a randomizer at the end game, but realistically, I don't like randomizers because they're random. It doesn't give me fun replayability. And as someone who spent time trying to make the code, make the code good. So, I'm trying to make the code and all of the encounters fit the play. Randomizing that is kind of insulting. Obviously, if you have it, you can do it. You can do it in your own game, but I don't want to spend time doing that. Dragonair. Yeah, Dragonair sounds like a good trainer Pokemon to have here. So let's set this up. So we've got the Route 7 Dragon Tamer. He will say Route 7 Dragon Tamer intro. I'll talk about what is going on here in 2 seconds. I'm just setting it, getting all the code out. Maybe this guy could give you I think this guy should give you an egg or something as well. Postscript. And then we've got Route 7 Dragon Tamer. And a post battle. Message box auto close. Farfetch, my favorite. Farfetch is such a good Pokemon. Let's give him a Seadra. Seadra's good. I think you should do a dark gym and Oasis Zoroark. We could do a dark gym. It's like route number 7 or 8. Do you code in Python? I do not code in Python. I've never used Python. What gens is all 9 gens? Should injure with Surgy? No. Bag on. Yep, Bag on works. We got Dragonair, Bagon, and Seadra. I think that should be good. Need a Farfetch Samurai Combat. That'd be really good for one of the black belt that I need to make. Right, so for those interested, code is really easy. Trainer battle. So we're doing single trainer battle. This is who we're fighting. So this has the information of the trainer and the names. This is the text they say when they encounter you. This is the text they say when they lose. This is a script that runs once when you beat them. And this is what they say to you when you talk to them afterwards. So we want to do that text. So we need a text. We go Route 7, Dragon, Route 8, Route 7, Dragon Trainer, Dragon Tamer, intro. So that needs to be the same as that. And we're just going to format it and say, I've spent my life trying to tame some of the strongest possible Pokemon. Maybe all 3 Flygon evolutions. That would feel better in the desert when you've just come out of the desert. And in that desert you can get wild the Flygon pre-evolution Trapinch, so no. What language you code in? Are you self-taught or have you learned at university courses? I never studied coding at university. I graduated university as a physics and then I went to a grad scheme and they taught me how to code in Java. I spent a lot of time as a Java developer. I now code in Scala at work. I learn other languages, but this language is PoiScript, and it runs on C++. Most of the coding I learn my own or learn on the job. When I learned the sort of general parts about Java and how to code good and how to do it professionally. But most of it is once you have an understanding of how coding works, you can pick up most languages quite easily. It's understanding that. But yeah, you can easily. The best way I say to learn, at least for me, is just do it. Try and do something. You could make something simple, like maybe you and your mates have game nights. So you want to have a website to show like an ELO rating, like in chess, for all your outcomes. So you would start making that. So you would think, okay, well, how do I do this bit? And you will learn that bit. And as you do, and if you think about doing little pieces at a time and learning what you need for each piece, slowly the whole thing comes together. Start learning this as you do a trainer battle. I know how to do it now, but I've done this hundreds of times. But the first times, you read, you look at how it's done, and build up from that. Make it so there's a 5.1% chance to get shiny Flygon. What from this? We could increase the shiny chance of it, I think. I got a request, a paleontologist trainer who uses only fossil mums is Ace's Tyrantum. Yeah. Yeah, I can. Let me write this down. So we got. So I just want to make a list of this so I don't lose them. Paleontologist with Tyrantrum and fossil ones. Can we get super happy Down syndrome trainer with a damn near unbeatable Widoof? I don't know if how I would. I'm not a writer. I don't know how I would be able to write someone with Down syndrome, and I'd be a bit wary about doing that insultingly. So I don't know. Maybe not. I'll be the strongest there ever was. Our design is going to have the same shiny rate as the originals. Would you mean the starters in the game? Yeah, they're. Well, no, all shiny rates are doubled in this game. Language I'm writing on .POI script. It's a custom wrapper for the events. How about leading a Pokemon team with your own goals? If you're trying to lead your own team, that would involve writing a story, and I'm not a story writer, so no, not in this. Maybe we can add it in a later version or build it up, but that would go away from what I'm trying to do in this game. How to be a dynamic economy in a Pokemon game? What do you mean by a dynamic economy? Like one that adjusts as you buy things? Because reasonably hard, not too hard. I could possibly do it, but I don't see why. It depends what you mean by that. You're right, I have. See, I'm rubbish at writing. Obviously, I need to spend more time training. This is when you beat him. Text, Route 7, Dragon Tamer, post-battle. I'm just going to... Format. How's that egg getting along? So he's going to give you, when you beat him, an egg. I actually haven't given eggs out yet, so I know there's some script there. So we're gonna learn that together. So first thing we need to do, the last thing we need to do is increase trainers beaten, because this line keeps count of how many trainers have been beaten in the game, because that's used for some. If you want to get Victini, you have to beat a load of trainers, so that's in there. Brendan, thanks for the follow. Karen, thanks for sharing the video. Dratini egg. I don't want to do Dratini egg because it's not going to be that hard. Dratinis and I want to make pseudos really worth hunting and not just given like slightly off the beaten track. You got to really go and find them like how you used to. Maybe something. I do think a dragon though, but not a pseudo dragon. What's the name program I'm using? This is Visual Studio Code. It's just an IDE. It's not a program used for. It's just a program used for coding. Cedra. For coding language, this is PoiScript. What I'm using right now is PoiScript. So let's do it. So it's like, let's do the text first. So like, that was incredible. I think I think you have what it takes to tame your own dragon. Your own dragons, yeah, why not? I just got an egg from one of my Pokemon in the daycare. Why don't you take it? Okay, and I think it's like, yeah, give egg. So this is what does the script. I'm trying to wait for it to load. So there we go. So gives the player an egg of the specified species. So you just give it species. File result will be set. One given party. Oh, so basically just gives it an egg of a species. Okay. So we just put the species in there. Not Droopy. Noibat. You can get Noibat really easily, so not. I don't think Noibat. Character's appearance changes when the seasons changes, Scarf and Cold. I'm not adding seasons because I don't see any reason to. Is that? Thank you for the follow. Druddigan, I was thinking. Druddigan might be good because you can't find it anywhere else. And it's like, he's got it. Maybe he comes back later and he's got a stronger team with Druddigan and stuff. Kingdra is a worthwhile mon later on. But I need to add in the good rod and you'll be able to catch Horsey easily anyway. Yeah, you can already get Noibat quite easily. Scream, thanks for the follow. It's underrated. It is underrated, and I think at this point it would be very good. Druddigan. Yeah, I'm good with Druddigan. Druddigon. There it is. Yeah, base 120 attack. This is about 4 gyms in. You could come here early and try and get it, but yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, that's it. That's all we need to do for this. So we'll let's add his team in now. Could you fight Professor Oak's maybe mum? Well, you don't. This isn't an Emerald. This is a custom game. We could add Professor Oak, but whose mum? Because your mum isn't in this game, and there's not other ones. Turtonator you can catch in the volcano around the corner, so you can already get that. I'm making a Pokemon game from Roblox. We create 3D models, animations, need to learn scripting. That's cool. YGBD. Thanks for the follow. I'll have to look at that. Well, not that I play Roblox, but I love people making their own things. But the scripting is the hard part. Actually, to be honest, we can't have 3D models. I can't do art. I can do scripting. If anyone can do art, I'd love to bring them on to support this. But Vaporeon as a start, you can get Eevee. We can get partner Eevee. Oh, that reminds me, I need to add Sunstone in. You can get a partner Eevee really easily. You just can't get. You can't evolve it. You can get Vaporeon around the second. You can get Vaporeon before the second gym. I did actually want to add in I wanted to move the Sunstone, which is. No, that's just. I've already moved the Sunstone. Potion. I think I must have already moved it. Okay, hang on, my screen's working out. There we go. I like the idea. Any thoughts on the title? What do you mean by title? Will this be playable when it's finished? Yes. Everything I release is playable. If you mean title of the game, it's called Pokemon Triver. I like the person that gives you your first Pokemon is your final challenge. You mean your rival's little brother? Could do that. That could be a bit of a twist. Like he turns up and he's final fight. You mean that's how the player gets their first mon? You get it from basically the rival's brother runs in, and he's basically been a bit of a dick, and he's nicked your Pokemon and put them in his bag, and he's like, "Oh, it's one of these," and you just take one of the Pokemon back. Anthony Thomas Street, thanks for the follow. I want to learn web development. I know it's programming, but which platforms do you recommend? So I'm not much of a web developer. I focus more on back end. I don't like web development personally, but I would look at some of the JavaScript frameworks. You've got stuff like React. You've got Angular, JS. I would look into learning TypeScript. I wouldn't worry too much about the frameworks, but understand what they're trying to do. And if you can learn sort of one of those, I would definitely look at TypeScript. At least it makes JavaScript a lot more manageable in my experience. And and just play around. Try and start a basic website with like inputs and outputs. Don't try and do everything in one go. Start simple and grow from there. Make a website that can do the most basic things, and then add something new to it, and then add something new to it. So I'm taking I've got a load of 10 to 14 year olds I'm teaching how to code. I'm using Java for it because we're doing backend, and I know it, and if I know it, it's easy for me to teach them. And then making a screen that will go up in there in the hall, and it will show like the scores of all how they're doing. So like we've got very small simple functions to do, and they can see the basic flow of like, okay, so we click on this website, it goes to the back end, goes to a database, back end filters it and sends it back. Simple but easy. Right now, WordPress emulator for non-Cuban. Oh, human platforms. I do everything in Visual Studio Code or IntelliJ. But I do like pure coding. I don't do WordPress and stuff. I'm more drag and drop. I would avoid them if WordPress is fine. But you won't learn how to make. You won't really learn proper scripting. You just learn that's more of a drag and drop, builds things together. It's fine, but it's not great. 3D model animation, the easy part for me. Scripting scares me. Just small bits of scripting, bit by bit. You'll find it so easy to pick up if you do it that way. I have a horrible feeling no, it hasn't. What's the twist? I don't know what the twist is. Dual battle rival plus brother plus you plus someone. That could be good. It's really cool, by the way. Thank you, James. Put in secrets, Easter eggs, for thread to pull on random PCs events. Yeah, that's the plan. So someone mentioned a couple of days ago, about training with a Smeagol. And the Smeagol has like Roar of Time or something. And that's kind of cool, because what we can do is close others. Is the Roar of Time, or they'll speak to them and they'll mention about where they found Dialga, which they learnt Roar of Time from. And that will lead to that. So I've not gone too much into the legendaries and the wider things, but we're slowly going to develop and add those bits in. Currently, my plan is to get most of the maps and bits built, and then fitting in. Obviously, they're built with various ideas and ideas on them, but more intricate details are added into it. Claudia, thanks for following. Thanks, man. Appreciate the advice. No ice cream. I mean, it is a bit of that's what I say of anything. If you want to learn to do something, just do it. You can't go wrong. There's no ways to make mistakes because you're doing your own thing. And if you just have a go at doing something, you'll learn how to do it. And you'll learn the intricacies and all of this stuff. Right, we need a name for our dragon tamer. Patrick, new here. How's this done? What language are we using? We're using PolyScript for that side. Behind it is C++. That's the more scary bit. But yeah, I use Poly maps and Emerald Decomp. I have guides on our YouTube channel. If you want more in depth to where I'm going into the code a bit more, I'm going to do more long form videos and really talk about the bits. Come to our YouTube channel. It's a bit like this. I'm just going to talk through things. I can't edit and I don't have an editor, so very low quality. But hopefully the substance makes up for it. But I'll go through the code. I've got guides on there, and you can learn how to use it all, or just see how things are done. Drake. I don't want to do Drake because we are going to add Drake into the game. All of the Hoenn, like Elite Four and Gym Leaders, are going to be found, and Drake is obviously one already. More Master Balls. You can be able to buy Master Balls. MBT gives hints, leads you to them. Yeah, I'm thinking about just selling Master Balls, at least in the late game. But there's no point in Master Balls because you can't catch legendary Pokemon. You can't just throw a poke. You've got to beat them in a fight, and then you pretty much just catch them. So maybe if you remix Dragon Tamer later on, you could put introduction Rayquaza. We've already got Rayquaza Quest sorted. Rayquaza Quest is tied to this guy. I will show you. His name is Salt, or Salt 7. So in Route 1, you meet this fisherman. He has 6 Magikarps. And you meet him again here, where he's getting his Magikarps up. So he's got some Gyarados. Basically, he's going to lead you to Rayquaza. It's a bit of a jokey thing, but he starts off with that, and then we're going to go. He's going to lead you and catch a red Gyarados, and he's going to learn that, Gyarados comes in all these different colours. So I'm going to come and catch them. So then the fourth time you fight him, he's got like a He's got a Steelix, an Arbok, basically all of these snake-like Pokemon. He's calling them like grey Gyarados, blue Gyarados, purple Gyarados. But what he doesn't have is a green Gyarados. And so you start to find out where the tower where Rayquaza is hidden is at. And that's where it's going to lead you to the sort of main line of Rayquaza. So yeah, this guy's important. Random Magikarp will get you Rayquaza. And that's sort of some of the ideas I'm working on it. Shiny rates are doubled at the moment. Is there a rival? There is a rival. He hasn't got a name. He appears twice so far. No, 3 times. He's in the school as well. But yeah, there is a rival. Needs work, but we're working on it. Expert. You haven't made Elite Four yet. Could you make one of them a doctor who uses poison types? We've already got Poison Gym, so no. Jonathan. Yeah, sure. Jonathan the expert. Dragon Tamer. Male. Is that expert music? I don't know. Male. Never heard of PoiScript before. Obviously, I know CP. Yeah, so PoiScript is just used for this. Basically makes things a lot easier to read. If I go into scripts.inc, so this is Route 120, and this is how it looks in the game. And this is kind of difficult to flow through. So you've got Route 7, lock, face the player, do time-based events, yada, yada, yada. So it's basically every day you can get a new berry. And it just, go to if set, call if equal. That, they're kind of annoying. And it does a lot of go-tos and stuff, and it makes it very difficult to read and understand. So what we have is PoiScript, which makes these, a more scripting language. You can put everything in one, and this, when you compile it, converts it into that other style. So it makes things a bit easier for us to do. So we have a Dragonair. What was it? A Dragonair, a Bagon, and a Seadra. Interesting, bro. You're killing it with the detail. I'll try my best. Get as much. Trying to teach. This is why I go live. It's not just a code, because I can code better offline because I'm not being interrupted. Not that you guys are interrupting in a bad way, but I go live so I can talk about it and go through the details. That's sort of the joy of it. Jonathan for the Dragon Guy, we got it. Secret hideouts from Super Raphael. We have secret hideouts in this. Not only can you make your own, but there are custom secret hideouts made from like subscribers and people who've been bug fixing, really helping me. I've put them into the game. To find the dolls for your secret base, you have to find them out in the world, and they're hidden in their own secret base. So like, there's one in Route 1. You go to that, you battle him, he'll give you a Pokemon, so he gives you Dwebble, and you can also get your doll. So there's a reason to go and hunt them. Cool Pokemon, unique Pokemon, and a way to get those Pokemon is from there. Like Honage, you can only get from one place. And one of them gets shiny. So yeah, we've got all of that. We have a Discord server. You can find it on our profile. From there, you can speak to me during the week. I'm not the best at talking. If you want to learn your own, I know a lot of guys on there are making their own ROM hack, so you can see that. I try to give updates on there. As it grows and as it activates more, I'll do more with it. But the main thing is you can also play the demo on there. Can you make a female trainer in May whose main is an Altaria? Yes. Let me add it to my list down here. So female trainer Mai who uses Altaria. Yeah, I can add that in a minute. We currently don't have any custom trainer sprites. I want to create custom trainer sprites. I'm not an artist. I'm a coder. So we're just going to get as much done as possible, and then we're going to start looking at custom trainer sprites. If you have any and you want to add them in, I'd love that. But currently, no. I can't afford to hire artists, so we're just working on base level at the moment. If TikTok paid me anything like more than like 20p a month, maybe I would, but it's not at the goal at the moment. Where do you get your assets? Or do you online? All the assets are built into the game, minus a few I've got accessible from Team Aqua asset repository. They're all in there. That's you guys joining Discord. It's not messy, so I apologize for that. I forgot to mute it. Patrick and Ocean, thanks for the follow as well. Trainer, middle-aged, wholesome dad who's Pokemon all kids, pets, but evolved. I like that. I'm just going to throw them all in here. Does the game contain Mega Evolution? It does. You currently cannot Mega Evolve. I haven't added that into the game yet. But you can get one Mega Stone, and that's Steelix. In the next, probably not next week, but a week after, I'm going to add in the Mega Mansion. Mega Mansion is a huge area. And I don't mean in terms of size, but the amount of code required for it. So I'll probably spend a whole week coding it and doing videos for it. But that's how you're going to get your Mega Stone. Optional areas, you can skip it, but you'll get Megas that way. Super cool, great idea. People and yeah, this is it. It's so easy. And if people want to learn to ROM hack, I'm going to start a community challenge, not challenge. I'm going to start a community project. Project is going to be available for anyone who wants to learn how to code, and we're going to add. Everyone wants to have a ROM hack with every region into it. So we're going to take Emerald, we're going to make some changes to it, and then post Emerald, you're then going to go to Kanto, and then maybe Johto, and we're going to have you guys do the maps as a team. So this way, some people can do the artwork, some people can do the scripting, some people can make the maps, and because we're not having to design everything from scratch, we haven't got to deal with all that designing and game development difficulties, but we can focus on learning the tool, learning the code, learning all of that, because we can literally just take what's in Fire Red and start redrawing the map. So if people are interested in that, I'm going to try and set it up over the next maybe in February. We'll get it all going, get it all set up, and you'll have to learn GitHub and some proper things, but yeah, I think it's a great simple thing for people to get involved with. Pokemon Trainer who only uses Digimon, I'm going to skip that because I'd have to have Digimon, and I'm not doing that. Because it's just Pokemon as Drizzle, Pepper, and Swift Swim Rain Dishmon. Yes, you can. That sounds quite good. Do you have a name for it, Dorito? What language are you using? PoiScript for this. Dean, thanks for the follow. Could you theoretically make a building that's locked inside in the building, and inside the building if I include building that's locked and inside the building? So you're talking about an escape room? Possibly. His name would be Sean. Yeah, Sean. Umbra, thanks for the follow. Ol, thanks for the follow. Danjo and Sam, thanks for the follow. Masumi, thanks for sharing the live. Language, this is PoiScript. So I'm so far up thing. Two mythical Pokemon, but you need Klefki to unlock it. Oh, that's kind of cool. So, locked door, but use Klefki to enter. That could be cool. Leads to something cool. Don't know. Atom, that story sounds familiar. I've heard of Pokemon Brick Bronze. I have, but not played it. To add difficulty, have gym leaders have progressively more Pokemon with perfect EVs, IVs. I'm tempted to remove EVs and IVs because a lot of people don't like the grind and stuff. So, is it a ROM like Members? It is a ROM. Is this C++? This isn't. This isn't either. But this is. Yeah, it runs from the back of C++. I like that idea. Leads to inside the house is some clues to where to find mythical. What we could do is we could tie this to the haunted house. So, I want to have a haunted house, and we could have Klefki being the way into that haunted house, and that clues is what happened to it, and maybe it leads to Marshadow. Maybe I might put that in the Lost Woods. I'm gonna need to make the Lost Woods bit. Could you make gyms lock upon entry and only lock gyms? No. I'm gonna, when I finish the game, I want to make a hard mode of it. So I'm gonna make it a bit more Kaiser-y. In that version, yes. When you enter a gym, it's not gonna lock the door, but every time you leave the gym, or when you re-enter the gym and you haven't beaten the gym, you haven't beaten the gym leader, it's going to reset all the trainers. If you go into our Discord, you can see I made a viewer suggested Pokemon Emerald. That happens in the hard mode. I didn't finish that. I might come back to that afterwards, but yeah. Rotom, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That would be a great place for Rotom to be. Especially as Klefki can put later into the game, and Rotom appliances are good. The Klefki thing isn't actually in Oh, unknown. Is there actually a part of it where you get into Haunted House? Haunted House is just like a common thing. Resetting trainers has like 3 XP. No, because in hard mode, level caps would be on by default and unchangeable. So level caps are in this game. Obviously, you don't have to use them. I'll have this level 37, 38. At the start of the game, you ask if you want to do level caps. I suggest using level caps because it fits the balance a bit better. But if we did a hard mode, then yes, it would force you to do level caps. Because otherwise, like I said, you could just over level, and that's no fun. From an old game, that's quite cool. Wrote them in an old Game Boy. Can you make it so you can buy prismatic evolution booster boxes for cheap and then sell them for more? Maybe this is it. Maybe there's a whole area where you buy a booster box and you get it off some like scab bell end. So you go and buy and try and scab it yourself, and then as soon as that happens, they print more, so the price crashes. This is why I've given up playing. Although I say that, I have got Pokemon cards like right next to me because I've been organising my desk. But I've been playing recently. I've been more into, I don't know if you can see it because of my ring light, but I've been doing Yu-Gi-Oh more. So I do want to do some Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff on streams, but we'll see. And what I do, got this. I don't know if you guys like Magic the Gathering, but I have Pokemon Magic the Gathering cards. This is a full commander deck, based around Cynthia and stuff and legendary Pokemon. So we have Entei as a magic card. I don't know how much of this is showing up because my light less. If you pull up live one, yeah, it's not, you can't see it. But I'll do a video on it. But yeah, we've got Palkia, Mount Moon. It's great. I've got one for Yu-Gi-Oh! I've got one for RuneScape. I've got one for Elden Ring. Now you can see just how horrendously nerd boy I am. Oh, I've just been added to another Stag Do chat. Can you make Dracometer TM before the first gym? No, definitely not. Rotom can charge for Game Boys and Birds. That's dead. Lord Grim, thanks for the follow. What language is this? This is PoiScript. It's used for scripting events in Emerald Decomp. This is awesome. I can play it on my 3DS. Yes, you can. Anything that has an emulator, you can play it on. Okay, so we're gonna add these. What's the time? Oh, we've got time. I've been streaming about. How long have I been streaming for? How do I check? An hour and a half. Okay, we've got another 40 minutes or so. I saw I can't wait to see my boy Sean out there. Yeah, so we're gonna slowly add on. So we're gonna add the paleontologist. So I think the best place to add the paleontologist is in the desert. This area I'm gonna keep without trainers, but yeah, definitely the desert area seems like a good place to put him. So let's add in a trainer. He's a paleontologist, so he's gonna be. Let's have him running around here. Let's have him as a maniac. Movement, walk around. As it wander around, and we'll have him wandering around in like a 2x2 area. Gives him quite a nice big area to explore. Right, and then we need to do his script. As you can see, I've got loads on this one. We will have early access to Dragon Pokemon. Yeah, how early can you get Dragon Pokemon in this game? You can get Noibat reasonably early. I do want to make it so that monotypes are quite possible. But I'm not sure exactly. Where do I learn to do stuff like this? I learn it by doing it. I know that's a bit of a cop-out answer, but it's true. I learned it by just trying things and wanting to learn it. I've been doing paleontology. Fossil Boy. There we go. I started doing some level of ROM hacking when I was in school, senior school, doing bits here and bits there. So I've just sort of keep up with it, and I like playing them. So yeah, I've just slowly been sort of teaching myself as we go and looking into it. So it's just spending time and learning it when I can. Increase trainer battles. Sorry, let me just write. I can't write and talk at the same time. Fossil Boy post battle. Message auto close. So yeah, there's loads of guides out. Well, it's not so much. There are guides out there. I'm working on some better guides, but for me, I just sort of looked into the code, and for me, I can see how it runs and go through it because I do code for a living. So for me, it's quite easy to pick up. But I would say join a community. You can join our community. Ask me questions. I'll try and point out. I try not to give you exact lines of the code. So if you've got a bug, I'll be like, read the error message and it will tell it for you. And sometimes it's quite hard to say, but I'll try and guide you. If you're asking for a line of code, I might tell you at one time. If you're asking for that code again, I won't, because I want you guys to learn and get better yourself, not just me write all the code for you. Because you don't really learn to make that way. Dracofish would be cool. Dracofish would be insane early on. Fossilman not strong, but 100% agree. Hang on. I realised. Make all teams post 6 at least 5 Pokemon. Important ones will be. Okay, most important ones will have 6 Pokemon by then. Because this isn't a hard game. This isn't a challenge ROM hack, but it's got to be harder than the main game. Or Fossil one's not too strong. Maybe something like Swablu, which can evolve to Altaria. Swablu I've completely forgotten. That's a good point. Can you remake the game Black or White next? Best game ever known. Made a remake. There's no reason to remake Black or White because it exists. And I would just be remaking it in a worse engine. So no, I have no interest in doing that. If you want to play a good version of Black and White, go to Pokemon. It's great. Pokemon Library limited to Emerald only. No, there's all Gen 9 Pokemon in here. All Pokemon are there. Rue, thanks for the follow. It was ages ago. Well, we are looking to do a group project where Black Unova will be. Is your main occupation? Yeah, I am a lead developer. I run a team of developers and as a contractor. What about a random ball? Makes rare Pokemon that can transform into a random ball when thrown. Make rare that can transform into a random ball when thrown. Why would anyone ever use that when they could use an Ultra Ball or Heavy Ball or something? Is this using a? No, it's not using any engine. It's Pokemon Decomp. It's decompiled Emerald. So it uses C++ and Poi script, and they use Poi maps to do the coding. Chatbot makes the code for you now. Chatbot is kind of rubbish. I do use Chatbot sometimes. Normally if I've got huge lists and stuff, I use it to data manipulation because I hate doing it. I did have to convert a load of trainers from the old version to the new version of the trainer, the way the trainer works. So I just told it to do it because it could actually do that. But I am tempted to make a Porygon area. So you go into the computer, and that's where you catch Porygon. And that whole area is going to be completely written by ChatGPT and see what they come up with. The Pokemon game exists. Yeah. How big is the team? What do you mean team? A Blue and Vernilion, thanks for the follow. Trainer ideas. What about old gym leaders like Brock, Cynthia, just exploring? Yeah. So the Hoenn gym leaders are you can battle each of them before the equivalent gym, so you can find Roxanne quite early on and stuff. So I'm looking to do that. Plus, we'll have a character to say, bet you can't beat me with just 2 Pokemon, then after react. Yes, we can do that. But yeah, well, I'm going to add in the post game something called the Champions Guild. So once you become a champion, you can get access to it with all the other champions. And there's going to be champions, Elite Four members, gym leads from all the games, all the regions in there, plus anime people, and plus viewers who've been around for ages. With full comp teams, that is a hard thing. There's going to be some insane challenges tied to that. How big is the development team for this? It's me. I'm the only person who does this. If you're talking about for the remake, the one with all regions, currently it's just an idea I'm doing, but it's going to be a learning project. So it's going to be anyone who wants to learn and have some sort of structure and support. We can do that as a team. So it could be me on my own. Well, it's not going to be me on my own because I'm not going to be doing any of it because I'm working on this. But it could be 100 people. Maybe we can give Fossil depending on how easy it is to get them. Currently, you can currently you can get one fossil, so we could have them give you a second one. And there's also, we are very near where you can get fossils revived. Great place to find ancient fossils. And then we can be like, they should be the strongest Pokemon. And I'm going to pop a hint here, which is like, I'm taking these south to the port. I need to add the name in for it. Port, as there is a scientist who can revive them. I would like to do add the name of the port city because I currently haven't named it. Okay, so we need to add in his battle now. So goodbye, Cindy. You're being replaced with Fossil Boy. Okay, what are we going to call this Fossil Boy? What ideas have we got? I'd love to join the Discord. I'll do something. I'll over the next few weeks. I'll put out a call, see who's interested. I'll do a video and a short on it to get people involved. And we'll talk about it. We'll plan out what we're going to do because we need to work out, is it going to happen straight after Emerald? So like Emerald ends around level 58. We can increase the level cap. That's a very easy line of code to do. So we can do that stuff. I don't mean like the name for the town. Regalport. Maybe actually. Stuart. Stuart spelt weirdly. Name him Alan, like the dude from Jurassic Park. I like that. I've never seen Jurassic Park, but why not? So we got a Pokemaniac. No item. No, music is not now. No items because I think that's a cop out. Oh, nugget. Right. Let's have a Kabuto. What are we? We're in the desert, so around level 32. Let's have a Kabutops. Let's have an Omastar. Let's give him 4 Pokemon. He wanted a Tyrantum. Is that correct? Tyrantrum. Ah, I missed one letter. We're going to have a Tyrantrum. It's going to be the ace, so it's going to be level 34. And let's give it one more. Give us one more one to add. B-Mill, thanks for the follow. Give him Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl. Yeah, why not? If you're getting a prize off of him, so why not? The Aerodactyl's going to be a couple of levels lower because it's an absolute beast. Okay, there we go. If you've got specific moves or stuff, we can add that in, but there we go. So we got that. We wanted to give him a... sorry, my brain's turned off. I'm in the wrong area. So we actually didn't want to do that. We wanted to be like Fossil Boy postscript. He's going to give you a fossil. Ember... Fossil Boy postscript, that's what I called it. Meshbox. Wow, why don't you take one of the fossils I found? Should we just give him a fossil? What fossil should we give him? So far you have the choice between Claw and Thingy, so we could do the other one. What game engine? It's not a game engine, it is a ROM hack. So it's Pokemon Emerald decompiled. I'm using Visual Studio Code for the coding, and I'm using Polymaps for the mapping. I'm gonna say they don't know what it does or something. Well, he's already got fossils. Oh, you could have him give you the Aerodactyl. No, Aerodactyl Megastone. Megas are tied to fighting the Mega Pokemon. You've got to beat a Mega Pokemon to get that Mega Pokemon. So you're going to have to find and beat a Mega Aerodactyl to get Megastone. So Tyrant Fossil. That's good. That's a good point. Yeah. Give item... what's it? Jaw Fossil? There we go. Gives you a Jaw Fossil. That is a great idea. One of the spare tyrant. Oh, I'll just put jaw fossils I found. There we go. I like it. And then we go into our map. Add him in. We'll give him sight. He can see you 2-3 steps away. That shouldn't cause any issues. We'll move him up 3. Okay, can you give our actually these much stuff for Earthquake, Taunt, and Stone Edge? Jesus. That's going to make him absolutely brutal, isn't it? Stealth Rock. That might be too hard, but we can work from it. Does Aerodactyl even learn Taunt? Yeah. Meant to run an emulator or natively? Yeah, it does. This will run on an emulator. Yeah, crunch over Taunt. This will run on any Game Boy Advance emulator you have. Okay, there we go. There's definitely a power level difference when you guys design trainers over when I design the trainers. Hang on, has my YouTube frozen? No, it hasn't. No, sorry. It looked like my YouTube stream had frozen. Ilba, thanks for the follow. Welcome on in, bud. How are we doing for time? I'm going to do another 20 minutes. So we're going to add these other trainers in. So we've got that. So we got Mai with the Altaria. I know where she's going to be. She can be down in Route 7 because Route 7 hasn't really had much love to it yet. So let's have a woman. And we're going to have her as a... Yeah, let's have a guaranteed fight. So she's going to look left. Face left. She's got sight of 4. She's a normal trainer. Okay. And then we redo it all again. Script. Route 7. Trainer battle. Mai. I'm not going to have much exciting with her in terms of giving any extra stuff. She's just going to be standard trainer for you to battle. Not everyone has to be something cool because otherwise the game takes too long. Some people just want to run through a message box. That's it. Route 7. My post battle. Auto close. Blue Money and Dutchman, thanks for the follow. Give her a shiny. Maya shiny. I can give Maya shiny. She could say she spent loads of time getting a shiny one because this is where Cursor play and give it roast. Oof. Oof. You guys are mean. I mean, I'm going to make a harder game version afterwards. This isn't meant to be like some stupendous one. I spent ages trying to get this special Altaria. So yeah, make it shiny. So she's gonna have like, let's have her have like a team of like a couple of basic swab blues, like 3 swab blues, and then the shiny Altaria. Maybe 1 normal. Yeah, that would do. Format. I still have to finish training it. Text. Post battle. And I'm put like 4 weeks, and they lost their first fight. She's going to be all upset because you beat her. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, Mai, let's sort you out. So Mai, she can be a lady, sure, that all works. So she's got a Swablu. She's got a Wobbly. Level 39. Let's put him at level 36 because this is semi-post third gym. But and she's got a what level does Altaria even come from? You have an Altaria. There we go. Oh, wanted it to be shiny. Shiny. True. There we go. I think that's how we do it. I'll find out later. Okay, we now have Shiny Mai. I've lost chat. There we go. Cosplay Shiny Wooloo, Shiny Mai. I can't just give everything shiny. Can't just keep yelling out shiny guys and be like, oh, give it shiny, because that kind of defeats the point of him. I don't mind a few more shinies around here, but if you want a shiny, you got it. Terra Evolves 35. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have these at 34. Yeah, that works, and then Altaria can be 36. And because of that, we're going to give another one, so that, you know, bit tougher of a fight, but still not much. Is there a model for Pokemon contest trainers? If she has a shiny, she could be one of those. Pokemon contest trainers are the same as normal trainers. This is a Swablu trainer. This is Mai, as was suggested. Swablu City. She's all the Swablus. Middle-aged wholesome dad who kids pets. So, who said this? Trainer, middle-aged wholesome dad whose Pokemon are just a kid's pets but evolved. I've got some ideas for that, but I want to spend some time thinking about it. But Sean, we'll add Sean's in. Sean is a nice simple one. Drizzle, Pelipper, and a Swift Swim rain dish. We'll have Pelipper, Ludicolo, and Poliwrath. Oh, that's going to be tough. Let's put Sean down here as an optional battle. So, like, he's tough, but you know, you can take him, or I know what we can do. We'll put him up here. And I'm actually going to change this slightly to accommodate him. Look there, Sean. You get to the whole world changes for you. And he's going to look right. So he's going to be a call trainer. So this is going to be look right or face right. And he has 4 movement. So this is where you can come. So you can't see it, can you? So we're going to put you here. And you're going to be blocking these 2 berries. I haven't added the berries in yet, but they're going to be good berries. So yeah. So maybe these are like, what good berries? Salac berry, attack boost berries, but they'll be 2 berries. And you'll be blocking them there. Tedious to Ursa Ring. Rockruff, I've just had a dog trainer. So maybe not. So we could have Ursa Ring's good. I'm using Visual Studio Code to code. Rockruff. We could have one of the Rockruff. Yeah, Rockruff. Evo. Have one of them. Pori map. Oh, not an Ursaluna. Not this early on for this guy. Ursaluna would destroy anyone. Glameow. Glameow. Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe something like that. I know Ursaluna is Amber Pom. That sounds like a good. Yeah, that would be good for trainers. We'll add that in. Let's do the Drizzle guy. Thanks, Fitmine. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay. So let's finish with Sean. So Sean's going to go here. Tough trainer. It's going to lead to this. So you've got to beat him. And he's going to have some tough Pokemon. So Route 7. Cool trainer Sean. So remember, anytime you see the cool trainers, they look like this. Hard to fight. It's going to be, you're going to really push yourself to take them on. I really want to make it like feel like you're earning them. But if you don't want a hard fight, don't battle those guys. Okay. I'm just going to copy mine and change it. So we got Sean, and then Sean. And he's going to be a bit of an arse. He's going to be like, oh, well, Sean, I know you're here, but you're going to be a bit of an arse. This is my private berry patch. I use it to grow the rarest of berries. And if you beat him, he's gonna be like that. That never happens. And after that, he's gonna be like post battle. Like, fine, you can use these berry patches. Just don't tell anyone you beat me. So that works. And then we need to create his team. Right, let's go back up. I have a van sprite and have a Mew. Yes, Mew's going to be hidden under the van. I think that is like, that's a no-brainer, isn't it? What about citrus berry for the berry tree? Yes, citrus berry. That's a good one. Maybe citrus and lum. What stack? This is a good way for a person who's been avoiding coding to learn. Not really, because you learn PoriScript, which is more of a scripting language only for the game. It's not going to teach you real coding. If you want to learn real coding, you want to make a real project to really understand like how collections work, how to do clean code, how to do TDD, how to present it all together. This isn't going to teach you that. This is going to teach you just how to put basic things together. If you want to learn how to make a Pokemon game, it's fine. If you want to become a professional coder, don't do this and be like, oh yeah, I know how to code, because you won't learn anything really. You might learn stuff if you play with the engine, but you're better off building from scratch than taking a large project like this and then trying to manipulate it. You're not going to enjoy it doing it that way. He's a cool trainer. Cool trainer. Music. Cool. And then what we say? Yeah, he's going to have a Pelipper. This is going to be a late game thing. It's going to be, I'm going to be like 47. Ludicolo. 47. And a Poliwrath. 47. And they're going to have a Damp Rock. There we go. Right, let's go up. I think you got to change part of the Sean code. Did I? Probably. Train about Sheen. Seems fine. You might have said that before I changed it. I absolutely don't want to learn it, but it'd be dope to make a ROM hack and get good to make a small game. Yeah, I would just download Pokemon Decomp, and that's your way. Lychee berries, since these Pokemon seem mostly physical attackers. Yeah, we can give them Lychee berries. Where's the parties? Well, Poliwrath is physical. Lychee berry. How many lines are you expecting this to be when you finish? I mean, I don't know. Thousands. I mean, the main load is stuff, but ignore this. But each area is easily about 50 to 100 lines of code. But lines of code isn't really a good denominator about the work involved, because some of the simpler things like this, like every trainer is like 15 lines of code, but it's quite easy to write. It doesn't take me long to do. Obviously needs a Shuckle. Everyone needs Shuckle. Not a game engine. This is Pokemon Decomp. Pokemon Emerald decompiled. Yeah, it's just Visual Studio Code. Are you swapping the names of the gym leaders as well? Gym leaders are custom, yeah. PoriScript is used to wrap around the INCA, which is how normal Pokemon, how the game does it itself. It's only using this if you're trying to if you want to make your own game development. This isn't how you do it. I'm not a game developer. I can just do ROM hacking. It's a completely different set of skills. Greninja's evolution line's already in the game. Sylveon with pixelated ability, holding poison with facade, rest, sleep, talk. Wouldn't that be horrendously weak? One, I don't think Sylveon even learns. Sylveon's attack is 65. But even giving it, so just toxicing it isn't going to be beneficial. It's got really low attack. Even with the pixelate boost, it's going to be worse than Flareon. Because Flareon has 100. Flareon has twice the attack. So even with your Pixelate boost, it's not going to be enough. And Flareon also gets Guts ability, which you can't see. Yeah, it gets the Guts ability. So you've just made a worse version of Flareon. Can you dictate the China's Pokemon Shiny? Yes, we can. What about Gym Trainer? Pokemon having perfect IVs. I'm probably going to move IVs because people don't want to have to grind for them. It doesn't benefit. This is Visual Studio Code. Make a gym red light, green light, then you have to fight the gym leader if you win. No, that sounds horribly boring to play. Even with all the boosts and stuff, it's going to be worse than using a Flareon. If you want to pixelate, you use Hyper Voice because it bypasses everything anyway. You can bypass stallers, and it does more damage. It will do more damage with a Hyper Voice pixelate than it will with a Facade. Plus, you can give it a choice spec, and it'll be much stronger. Is this Godot? This is not Godot. No, this is Emerald Decomp. It's its own thing. Where can I play this when it's finished? You'll be able to download it off. I'll probably head to my website and any other places. I'll share it. But otherwise, you can download the demo off our Discord. And you can do that right now. Right, I need to add one more trainer in and then I'm going to go because my voice is going. Is Terrablast physical unless you're Terrored? Terrablast is physical and special. It uses the higher stats. So if you've got a higher special attack, it will be special. If you've got a higher physical attack, it will be physical. You could give it Terrablast, but it's still worse. Hey, it has been a while. Christmas and stuff. I'm going to try and get back to streaming weekly around lunchtime, around this day, at least for a couple of hours. Mate, it can be 140 damage before Pixelate and Stab. It still has half the attack stat of Flareon. It's not a good move. And plus, Hyper Voice. Like, honestly, it's not that good. If we do move Hyper Voice, which can also get everything. So move Info. See that? I mean, is that 90? It's only 90. But that's 90, and that alone will do more damage because Sylveon's a special attacker. Like, I'm not going to go do damage calculations, but I guarantee you're doing less damage with Facade than you are using anything else with your Sylveon. Good Poliwrath substitute would be Gyarados with Intimidate on Moxie. So yeah, this game is Emerald, so it's got everything already added. I don't have to add any Pokemon in. Dev, thanks for the follow. Did that Pikachu trainer that has special moves like surfing? Yeah, I'm going to add that. Idea. Pokemon exchange surrenders after 2 faints. I don't know if that's possible. If that was possible, I would have to code it all from scratch. I'm not going to spend 5 hours coding something a joke like that. Well, language is PoiScript. Which reminds me, I need to add this last trainer in. Script route 7. Who are we adding? Adding the middle-aged man, aren't we? Middle-aged. Let's just call him Dad. Or kid's dad. Not our dad, but a dad. Need a name for it. Or we'll call him Happy Dad. Until we get a name for him. Happy Dad. In Porygon area, you should add Missing No and make normal mons have moves they shouldn't. Well, this is it. Well, the Porygon area is going to be completely written by ChatGPT. So we have no idea what it's going to be like. I'm hoping it's going to be completely weird, but I'm going to do it on stream. Maybe I'll do it in the next town because we're near a large city, and I think that would be quite good, quite fun. So yeah, we'll do it in the next town. We'll do a stream and we'll just see what absolute nonsense ChatGPT come up with. Text. Right, remember this is the last one I'm going to do. If you've got any trainer ideas, I will throw them in to my list. And I'll add them in my own time. I can do another video on. I don't know how many you watched it, but languages is PoiScript. Dad Dave the Dad, UFC fighter. No, it's not JavaScript. It's PoiScript. PoiScript. It's used for Pokemon Rom hacking. Don't best gyms around temp. Too late. I've already added gyms around type. I think for a future game, I'm possibly going to make gyms around themes, which I think will be cool. But this one is going to be based around types. But yeah, it's based around types. This is not Python. This is PoriScript. It's all done in PoriScript, which is its own. So it's kind of it's not. I guess if you look at Python, it's got similarities to it because it's a very high level scripting language. But no, it's not. Route 7, Happy Dad. Dad, I think we'll call him Dave. There is a David going to be added, but we'll have Dave. Class. There isn't really a class for dads, is there? We'll have him a gentleman. Why not? Gentleman. And he is a male dad. Because he's not American. Can you make your Pokemon follow Pokemon is already added into the game? Have you not seen it? Where's my game? Yeah, if we open up the game, we already have follow a Pokemon. And this version has custom abilities as well. So you've got the Bone Zone, you've got the Pure Rage, and you've got Echo. So yeah, already got that. Looked a little bit of Java to me. I couldn't recognise it. It's not Java. Being a professional Java developer, Java would be nicer. Now it might look Java-y because obviously being a Java developer, I'll write in that way. And I mean, Java is just an OOP language, so it's got that. I guess this does look a bit like a method, but your map scripts could be your class. But no, it's not quite like that. A whole community website and everything. Yeah, PoriScript is pretty much used by everyone who does decomp ROM hacking. If you're interested in guides, follow us over on YouTube. I have videos showing how to use it, how to set up and do all of that stuff. Just memes. Thanks for follow. I love your work. I'm so hyped to play the finished game. Yeah, I'm glad you are 10. Jesus, I'm working on it. I'm hoping to get most of it done this year. But yeah, we're a long way off. There's so much I still need to do. So what were the Pokemon we were going to do? Ursaring, Rockruff, Glameow, Ambipom. And we're around level 30. Let's give him, because he's got a lot of Pokemon, let's give him level 35. We're going to have... what Rockruff evolve into? The different like Dawn forms and stuff, isn't it? We can just search it because they've got specific names as well, general families. Let's have Lycanroc. Let's do midday Lycanroc. Why not? So it'll be Lycanroc midday, level 5. The ring. Glameow evolves into Purugly. Yep. And Ambipom. I want to do a boost. I don't need to do a buff because it's got skill link. Ambipom's an absolute beast. Right. A VSG, I'm dying. No, I've kind of stopped with VSG. I was getting really burnt out with it because I made a mistake of making the scope too big. Instead of doing bit by bit and people giving so many ideas, I was just getting in a tiff and a fuss, and I found myself making a lot of custom maps for people, but at the same time I wanted to make my own region. So I found I'm making custom maps in a game which doesn't need custom maps when I should be making custom maps in my personal game. So what I've done is I've put VSG to bed. I'm going to come back to it when I finish this, and I just want to focus on finishing my own region instead of having it I was doing the both and it wasn't working. So I might go back to VSG, and I'm going to cut down the scope and do it like very specific things. But yeah, it was getting too much. I was meant to have an editor do stuff. It was pissing me off. Editor was not doing anything that I asked him to do. And then so I thought I'm just going to do this. I was trying to do VSG to generate views, and then I was getting all bit. Video would flop, video would do well, and instead of enjoying the coding process, I was getting more annoyed at the content creation process. And I'm not a content creator. Well, I am, but I don't enjoy doing the content creation post thing, like doing all the editing and that. That's why my videos are so basic and so shit. So I just doing this instead because it really just makes things got me enjoying things again. But yeah, rare candy cheat. There's no need for rare candy cheat because there are ways to get like levels really easily. Add generated climate for the Pokemon. Yeah, that's a good idea. If people want to change their genders, I can look at doing that. So let me add I'm just going to write in a list of ideas. So gender changer for Pokemon. I love Gen 2, Gold Silver. Gen 2 is absolute favourite. Next gen remakes of Gold Silver. So isn't that like Heart Gold Soul Silver? Thing is, Gen 2 needs a massive overhaul to be fun. And you got Liquid Crystal, which is just an update actually, which is good. So yeah. I can't join Discord through the link profile. I don't know why. I know like 3 people have joined today, so I'm unsure it's working for you. But yeah, no, otherwise I'm good. Yeah, it's just VSG. It's a good idea, but people come up with many ideas, and the scope of what people suggest is large, and I don't have the time. I can only do about an hour a day, so trying to keep it down. Maybe if I was able to do like full-time content creation, maybe I would. But Transformated fights with a shiny Pokemon. We've got a whole thing with shiny Pokemon, but yeah, I've had Pokemon. We could do that actually. Have gym leaders instead of based on type. They will have hideous Pokemon. Gym leaders are going to be types. They're already planned out, and I already know who they are because they're based off of people I know and stuff. Who've evolved Pokemon, we're not doing that. I've already got a game called Pokemon Worst, Pokemon Trash Lock, or Pokemon Pokemon Smellerald. It has all the worst ideas you've already suggested. It's so if you want to play a horrible Pokemon Emerald game, download Pokemon Smellerland off our Discord, and you'll realize how horrendous it is. But anyway, I've been live for like 2 hours. My voice is in pain. I need to go cook dinner. I'm cooking a roast, so I'm gonna go. Thanks everyone who joined. Don't forget, follow us here. Follow us on YouTube if you want more in-depth updates, and join the Discord if you want to